Hey everybody, Jay this side. I'm a certified Microsoft Excel expert, and in this tutorial, I'm going to discuss about the lookup functions. So the lookup function consists of Vlookup, Xlookup, index match, Vlookup match, Xlookup, of course, the newest of all. So in this example, I'm going to show you an example table over here. So the objective over here, or applying a VLOOKUP, is always to look up a value in a certain table, wherein you're looking up for a value basis on a certain, maybe a column from where we look up and to pull out certain value. Just to give an example, over here, the objective is we need to search for this ID in this table, and we need to find out the first name, city, and email address. Now we know what the objective is. How do we accomplish this? I know VLOOKUP is pretty much obvious. To apply the formula for VLOOKUP, we have to type in equal to command, and we can just type in VLOOKUP, and as soon as you see this popping up, you can hit on the tab button and it'll automatically select this. If you hit the enter button, it won't work. So make sure you're not hitting up the enter key, otherwise it'll give this error. You need to use the tab button to autofill it. Now, as you can see, the parameters automatically appear right over here. And this is something similar that you would see in Google Sheets as well. Since I'm also a Google Sheet expert, I use both the tools equally. They both have their own pros and cons. I've heard people saying Google Sheets is a shitty product, but it's not. I mean, to me, Google Sheets is as competent as Microsoft Excel is. It has its own advantages. And of course, Excel is the king. I know people say this, and I totally agree with this. Now, we are in the middle of applying the VLOOKUP, and here we go. We choose the value, as you can see, the lookup value. So this is going to be the lookup value. And I am looking up in this table. So I'm going to select this whole entire table. I can freeze it. In order to freeze this table, you can just use the function for keyboard shortcut, and that's going to freeze it, the basic shortcut. Yep. Then we need to select, provide the column number. In this case, it's the first name. So I'm going to hit number 2. As you can see, second column is this one, which has the first name. So I will choose 2, and I will hit on 0 for an exact match, or I could also choose false. And that's going to give me the value for this ID in this table, and is going to give me the value which is in front of it. Right, so I can choose a different ID and see that this value automatically changes, and it's dynamic basis on the ID that I'm choosing. Not only this, now, so this is a basic VLOOKUP. Now we're going to go on another level. We'll apply a VLOOKUP. Let's say, for example, this is a very small table with very limited amount of columns. Let's say what if we have 1,000 columns? We cannot just count on how many column is the first name is. It could be in this column, or maybe 500 columns ahead of the spreadsheet. So we don't know. The second way to do is to use the VLOOKUP function with a match function. Now, up till here, it's going to be the same. But when I'm choosing the column index number, I'm going to use a match function. A match function is going to automatically give me the reference of the column number. How I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a match function. The criteria, as you can see, it's also a lookup function. Now, I'm going to select city from here. As you can see, this is this is the column that I'm looking for in this table. Now, I am going to provide a range. I could choose this whole entire range, but starting from here, I could choose it till the end, as you know. Now, I could freeze it. Same again, F4, comma 0. Same thing again. And the final criteria, of course, I'm going to choose again a 0 for a false match for the VLOOKUP function. And here we go. As you can see now, what's happening is, what the function is doing is it's matching the city name in this whole entire criteria. So city is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to return 5. And we can see this by removing everything from here and everything from here. And as I hit the enter, you can see it's returning me a 5, which is column number 5. So match is going to horizontal lookup. We can also use a horizontal lookup if you have to do it that way. We can use, but it's not going to give us actually the column number. So match is absolutely the best function over here. So this is how we use the VLOOKUP and match function to return it. There is a new function, which is Xlookup. Of course, this was introduced 4 years back. It's not something new. Yeah, I remember when I was working as a full-time in a different company. This function was in beta mode. So the criteria, of course, is the function is absolutely the same. As you can see, lookup value. So lookup value is going to say consistent. We could choose the column number or the whole entire column, but in this case, I'm just going to select or give the reference of the lookup value. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. The lookup value is going to be this one. Now, lookup array, we can choose the column, but in this case, it's just this one. And the return value, we could choose, let's say city. So I'm going to just select the city and hit enter. It's going to look it up and give me the value. Now, the reason why Xlookup has an advantage is because of VLOOKUP. In VLOOKUP, we have to always look up vertically in from, the lookup array needs to be always towards the left. As you can see in the table below, I will not be able to apply a VLOOKUP. A VLOOKUP, in order to apply a VLOOKUP, this ID column cannot be in between, cannot be after my lookup value. It always needs to be before the lookup value. So in my first example, where I am looking for the first name, I cannot apply a VLOOKUP on the right, on the left. It needs to be always on the right-hand side. So if I have to apply, I can look up for a value for city and all these other columns, but not last name or first name or address in this case. But as Xlookup is an advantage. Just to give an example, if I have to Xlookup for, let's say, an address over here is towards the left-hand side of the ID in this table. So what I'm going to do is I can apply Xlookup using this column, and return column is this one. And it's actually going to work. So this is the primary advantage of using Xlookup. There are other features as well, that if not found, match mode, search mode, etc. We can also use a fuzzy lookup in both VLOOKUP and Xlookup, but that's a video for a different session. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you wish to hire me, absolutely reach out to me in the link below. Post your comments if you like the video. Let me know if the content that I am using is helpful or not. You can also check out some other videos, cool stuff that I do in Excel. And looking forward for your feedback. Thank you very much. Looking forward to meet you in a different video. Bye now.